Hi, I'm Graham and I'm an addict. It's been hours since my last purchase and I really do feel that it's starting to get out of control. I have so many movies up here and this goes to the ceiling, to the floor, and is doubled back of movies that I have to watch or to get around to. There is a surprising amount that is still wrapped that I haven't opened as yet and that I want to get to, but there is some kind of strange compulsion, some kind of oddity within me that makes me want to buy more. And I thought for a while there I'd kind of curbed it. I was buying particular labels because I felt as if they were offering something special in the package, not just the movie, but they were giving so much to enrich it. And then there was the Poundland cull, the kind of thing that happened where they had movies for, well, £1, surprisingly. And that's dangerous. I fought it long enough. I kept going up and they didn't have anything. They didn't have anything, and then they had some and I got some, and then I went back and I got more, and then I was into the charity shops and found more at £1, and I ended up with, one moment, 14. I have got 14 movies here of various quality movies, ranging from utter rubbish, unknown tat, to some actually pretty good movies I really do kind of enjoy. So I'm going to share my brand of crazy right here. You can tell me how to curb this, how to stop being a compulsive movie buyer. I would appreciate that. I don't want to stop completely. I just want to cull the collection and start to be a little bit more prudish and prudent about how I spend my money. With that said, let's get stuck into these movies and see what I picked up. First up is a movie I've never heard before, but it has good points and bad points. Bad points is it stars Emma Roberts and Liam Hemsworth. Good points is stars The Rock, and it is Empire State. If you can't be the law, break it. I'm kind of hoping that The Rock's in this for more than just 2 minutes, but everything about this kind of makes me feel as if he is going to be that. It's a 94-minute movie, came out in 2013, never heard of it before. Next up we have Beautiful Creatures. I saw this in the cinema, I kinda liked it, and then completely forgot all about it. It stars Han Solo himself, and Alden Ehrenreich, Jeremy Irons, Viola Davis, Emma Thompson. I remember kinda liking it. It felt like the young adult movies, kinda ghostly edition, and I felt as if it was going to move into more if there was sequels, which I probably may have checked out, but you know, I'll go back to it. I'll check it once and then I'll probably throw this away and never think about it ever again. Next up we have Rampant, a movie that I have heard of before, that I am curious about, primarily because it has Woody Harrelson in it, who I think is really on his game recently, particularly, but you know, he's always been an actor that I've been kind of interested in, kind of keen on checking out his type of movies. And this one, I know nothing about it, taking it that he's a cop because there's a police car on the front of it. I remember bits and pieces about when this came out. Hopefully it's pretty decent. Next up we have The Tourist, a movie I saw several years ago, Angelina Jolie and Johnny Depp. I remember kind of liking it. Again, it was £1. And we say that as if it's some kind of excuse. It was £1, as if why couldn't I? But I could have resisted, but I didn't. It's got big named actors. I think it was let's see who directed it. I'm not even going to attempt that name. I'll check it out again at some point because you know I like the two actors, and I think the movie was alright from what I remember. Another one featuring The Rock, GI Joe Retaliation. I was super hyped for this because the first one just wasn't that great. It's got The Rock, it had some cool ninja action in the trailer, never quite lived up to that. Bruce Willis I remember as well in a throwaway role. I can't really remember too much, but I'm willing to give it another shot. Annie, nope, you know, haven't seen this version, seen the original. It's got a UHD, or not a UHD, a digital ultraviolet copy, which I'll punt for £1. It'll cover the cost of it. Again, another excuse, as if that makes it fine for buying this kind of thing. I don't know if I'll ever get around to watching this, but it's now here in my collection. Next up I have Pixels. Again, it's got an ultraviolet code. I get that excuse in there straight away, but I kind of like Pixels. I had a lot of fun with it. The first time I saw it at the cinema, I thought it was maybe me because I had a couple of drinks when I went to see it and I enjoyed it. I checked it out again on a streaming service and I found it to be rather enjoyable. It's mindless entertainment, but it does what it's supposed to do. It entertains me for a period of time. R.I.P.D. 3D. Jeff Bridges, Ryan Reynolds, butt ton of special effects, and I remember it being rather boring. But it's got those kind of actors, I'm going to give it another shot. I say that, I may not. Again, it's now mine for £1. And I picked up Chronicles of Riddick. Now this is one that I know is not a great movie, but I did want it in the collection. I'm not really too bothered about the hero slip that came with this, but it is nice to kind of have that. I think it's probably the lesser of the Riddick movies. I do love Pitch Black, and I do particularly like Riddick. I'd like to see more of the character. I think this was a bit step too far for David Twohy, and they tried to create a huge universe straight away, and it just didn't quite work from the smaller stories that they have in both Pitch Black and Riddick. But you know what, still fun, still some good production design, some good special effects, some good action. The other guys, Mark Wahlberg and Will Ferrell, directed by Adam McKay. I thought this was hilarious. I love these two together. I think Mark Wahlberg's pretty funny at times as well, even when he's being the straight man, and I just think it was an entertaining movie. I love the fact that it's got Samuel L. Jackson and again The Rock, the £1 pioneer. It seems to be running theme through some of these movies. He's in it for a short period of time, and I like their turn as well. I just think it's a fun film. One I haven't seen, and that is J. Edgar. I'll check it out at some point. Curious. DiCaprio is usually always good. Clint Eastwood as a director seems to be hit and a miss for me. But you know what, it's one that I got from the charity shop, and it is unopened. So probably some sad collector out there like myself bought it and accidentally threw it away without even checking it out. Next up, I have Bad Lieutenant, Port of Call, New Orleans. I think this movie's fantastic, directed by Werner Herzog. It is crazy. It's got some of the wackiest things in it. It fits Cage perfectly. The director and actor should have worked together more, because they have this similar brand of crazy just running through their veins, and I think it really shows in the movie with some outrageously weird shot scenes. I just remember the one with the guy like breakdancing after he's dead. You know, it's crazy, but I love it. I think it's a fantastically funny movie, especially the ending, how it kind of parodies other movies and everything just wraps up all together a bit too nicely, but kind of nudge nudge, wink wink at the camera. I also picked up Rush with the lenticular case there, and this is the red edition, which apparently is supposed to be kind of unique-ish, I believe. I don't know myself, but I really enjoyed this Ron Howard movie. It was a tale I knew nothing about going into, the Niki Lauda story, and it won me over. Some fantastic, really well directed driving sequences, a really nice tale, a kind of battle of two personalities as well as two racing styles. I thought it was really entertaining, really fun, and it's one that I am actually wanting to revisit. I've not seen it since the cinema, so I'm happy to have picked it up again. And last for me, and this is a big one personally, because it's a movie that I've been thinking about picking up on Blu-ray and looked at it a couple of times but just never pulled the trigger, and found it in the charity shop, and that is The Talented Mr. Ripley. Matt Damon, Gwyneth Paltrow, Jude Law, directed by Anthony Minghella. It's got a whole host of other actors in it as well. This is one of these amazing movies where the cast was pretty much sort of young actors starting off their career. They hadn't really hit it mega big as yet, and every single one of them gives career defining performances here. They're all fantastic. It's a movie that is layered with these terrific performances, this terrific direction, the setup, the story, the twists and turns, how it deals with various current hot topics as well is just fantastic. It's a movie that I adore, and I didn't have it in my collection, and it's one, like I said, I've been wanting to pick up for a while, so getting it for £1, getting it out of the charity shop, just it seems fantastic. I'm really happy with it, and the discs are all in perfect condition as well, so that makes me really happy. So there we have it, 14 discs. I literally have nowhere to put them. I've got a pile down the side of this cabinet, I've got a pile down the side of this cabinet. My desk is a state with just discs all over the place. This is my study room of shame. Help me out, please. How do I break this trend of just purchasing movies? Let me know in the comment box below how you deal with this kind of impulse. I'd really appreciate it, and I'll see you next time on Man vs Film.